Hello and welcome. My name is Cedric Delise, and in this tutorial I will explain and show you what MySQL replication is. So what is MySQL replication? MySQL replication enables to mirror or copy MySQL databases from one server to one or more servers. You can configure to only replicate one database or exclude databases from the replication. It can be used as backup solution, failover server, and load balancing. Since it makes a copy from the first server, you can say that it makes an instant backup of that server, but it depends on the configuration, which I will explain later. Why can it be a failover server? I would say that failover only works in the situation if the servers are configured in a master-to-master replication. It can load balance the traffic amongst the servers depending on the configuration. So what are those two replication configurations? The configurations are the master to slave and master to master. Master to slave is that you have a master server where the clients makes changes, or easier said, they process write actions to the server. The slaves only copy the changed data from the master, but the client can retrieve data from the slaves since it load balances the read amongst the replication servers. The difference in a master to master configuration is that the clients can process write actions and read actions on both of the servers. So it is like they change to slave roles once there is written on the other server. So they both are like master and slave. This setup can provide failover since if one of the servers crashes, the other one can continue to work but will have more load to process. So now I will proceed to the configuration for master to master replication. So today I will show you how to set up a master to master MySQL server replication. So on my first server, I've set static IPs for both of my machines, but I will start by installing MySQL server on both of them so it goes faster for the rest of the tutorial. I will leave the passwords blank so you don't have to be prompted with entering a password only for the course because security wise otherwise it's not very good if you do that in a real life implementation. So now we just wait for the package to be installed, still leave it blank. Takes a bit of time, but they're blank. Normally it should almost be done on the first server. Second server also almost done. Now I'm waiting to be prompted that my server is installed. Voila. Now we can edit the myCNF file so that we can set up for later replication data. Since we have to change the bind address to the static IP I entered on it. So here you need to change it to your static IP. For this one, it's 192.168.1.250. Then you have to go lower and search for the server ID because since you have to link them, you have to set an ID different for both servers. I activate the log bin because you need the logs to enable replication among the servers. In bind log do DB, you can select to replicate a specific database or ignore a specific database, but I will leave them commented so we get replication on every database in our server. So we save it, we restart our service. Voila. I will clear the screen here. It's clean. Oh, I clear the screen here too. Now we enter in the MySQL interface by the MySQL commando. -u for user root. -p is used for be prompted a password, but since I didn't enter password, I don't need it. So now I am in the MySQL shell. And here you start by making a replication user. I will name it REPL at. And here it's to say a specific server or IP, but I enter it with a percentage, so it's for everyone. Identified by. It's to enter a password. I will just use a simple password. So now we will grant replication on the user for every database in our server. So with a star database table, everything to REPL at app. Now we will show the master stages because we need the MySQL bin and position to create our link with our second server. So now on our second server, the MySQL server is installed. Now I will process like on the first server, I will first edit the my.cnf file, where I also have to change the bind address to my server local address. So 192.168 1.251 for this one. And here change the server ID to 2, otherwise you can't connect them because they got the same ID. And uncomment login. And still, we do not uncomment these ones because we want to replicate everything to both of our servers. So I write out the config. Now I restart the service. Clear the screen. Now we log in again in the MySQL shell. There what we have to do is create the same user. So you have both the same user on both of the machines. So we really do just the same. Identified same password for the ease of use. So now we grant replication on star.star every database, every table to our new made user. Oh, made some mistake. Oh, forgot the word slave after replication. Very important. Otherwise, it would not work since you see you get an error. So now what you have to do is slave stop to stop the server from being a slave, which normally isn't a problem. And now you have to change master to I do enter for the ease of use of multiple lines, so it's a clean text, easier to read if you made a mistake. So you have to change the master host to our first server, like this, comma, then or replication user, but your password. It's very difficult. It's just password. And then here you need the master log file of the first server, where you can find it here. This is our file that we need. I can just copy paste since I selected it. Easy way. And the master log was the position from also the previous server. So you have position 332. Semicolon, enter. Now the master has been changed and now we start the slave. Once this is done, we show master stages on this server because we will have to do the same for first server. So now we finalize our configuration on the first server, where we will do the same. We will slave stop first, and then we will change the master to a new line for the ease of use. So new master host equals our second server IP. But don't forget to give them static IPs. So when the IP, so there is an IP change, otherwise you will lose a connection because they won't find each other again because IP isn't the same. So here the user REPL the master password if I don't type mistakes. Password. Now it's a master log. Oh, log file. I still have the previous one, but it's just the integer at the end that changes of value. And now it's a master log position, which is the same. And now we slave start. Normally, at this moment, replication should work between both of our hosts. So now I will just try to create a database. Fruit. Fruit. So now we should have created a database, and normally it should already be visible on our second machine. You see, we can see the database fruits already. So if I want, I can create a table on this one. Create table fruits dot tropical. So like this. Oh, forgot the column. Stupid me. Name for our char. So just the name of our fruit. Easy way. So now we have a table. So now we can show on this one. Show tables of fruits. Don't really know how it works. Show tables. So I don't know anymore. No, it's not a problem. So now I will insert. So it will show also if the tables exist or not. Since I will just insert into the table that has been made on the other server with values pineapple because we are very exotic. So now we have the value pineapple. Now I will select star, which is normally not the best way to do it since it does a double query. Since the stars will first get all the columns of the server and then set the columns in a new select statement to select then your information. So it has a extra query which is more load on the server, which is stupid, but yeah. It's for the ease of use of this tutorial. So from tropical, normally you should see pineapple. Like you see, pineapple is in it. So if you now here create a new database screencasts, show databases, then you should see the database screencasts. So you see replication works perfectly amongst both of the servers. So now you have a working master to master replication. So this is the end of the tutorial. So I wish you good luck and thanks for your attention.